friends, so today I will be giving you guys a 32-week pregnancy update. But before we start, if you're new or haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did. And if you end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. So last week, I think in my vlog, I went over a little bit of what was going on, but I'm gonna go over it again, and then there's been some new developments, so let's just start with some stats. So I am 32 weeks pregnant. 2 days ago had a OB appointment and they took my weight. I still am at the 12-pound weight gain mark for this pregnancy, so only gained 12 pounds so far. And when I went to the doctors 2 weeks ago for my 30-week checkup, I think I only gained 12 pounds, so I haven't gained any more weight. And that's good in my case. So my doctors are happy about that. So I think last time when I gave the update, my 30-week update, I was going to be going into the doctor's office to get my 3-hour glucose test. So I did that, and all the numbers came high. So they took 4 readings, one at fasting, one at 1 hour after drinking the sugary drink, one at 2 hours, and one at 3 hours. So there were 4 measurements, and if 2 of them were over the normal range, then I would be considered having gestational diabetes, and all 4 of mine were over the normal range, and some of them were quite high. Like one of them was 250, which is really high, they told me. So I was referred to the perinatal specialist, or like a high-risk pregnancy doctor. So I went last week to see them. So they talked to me about gestational diabetes and gave me a lot of educational materials, and also encouraged me to like start making dietary changes to try to get ahead of it. And also for a week I would measure my blood sugar by poking myself in the fingers. So I had to do that 4 times a day. Well, I still have to do that 4 times a day. So 4 times a day I would measure my sugar. So at wake up, which is the fasting, 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after lunch, and 2 hours after dinner. So I have to do 4 times a day, and I'm probably gonna have to monitor it and do it every day for the rest of my pregnancy, and maybe a little bit after that, just to make sure that it's just a gestational diabetes and that it goes away. So I did that, and then I sent them my log, and then they were like, yeah, your numbers are still pretty high, even though I took out, I stopped eating rice and like simple carbs, like bread or pasta like that. So I took those out, and then it did make a difference. The numbers did go down, but like my fasting number and my number after dinner, which is my biggest meal of the day, were still high. So they called me 2 days ago and said that they're putting me on insulin. So I picked up the insulin yesterday and started doing it. So I'm just doing 2 insulin shots a day, 1 with dinner and 1 at bedtime. The one with dinner is like a fast-acting insulin, and then the one at bedtime is a slow insulin. So to try to get those numbers under control. But I gotta say, I did it yesterday, but today my fasting, so yesterday, yeah, I did it yesterday, but the reading after 2 hours after dinner was still high, and my fasting was still high. So the nurse said what they started me on was a really small dose, but it'll probably have to go up. And from looking at my numbers yesterday, I'm thinking it's gonna have to go up. So I have another appointment with them coming up this week. Of course, bummed about all this, but I'm still very optimistic. I'm glad we caught it, and then we're treating it, and it doesn't really hurt that much. The finger pricks hurt more than the actual insulin shots, and even that doesn't hurt too much. It's just kind of like an inconvenience to have to prick my fingers 4 times a day and then inject 2 times a day. So like if anytime I want to go somewhere or like visit parents or anything, I have to bring all my medical stuff with me. So but with me being categorized as like a high-risk pregnancy, I have to see the specialist every week now, and then see my regular OB every other week, and then eventually I think every week as well. So there's a lot of appointments there too, which I'm a little bit annoyed about, because I feel like a lot of this could be just done like virtually or over the phone, especially with like the specialist doctor. I feel like every time I go in, I'm just gonna be kind of talking to them, because I'm already monitoring my own blood sugar at home. I will do what the doctors want me to do. So yeah, so I said that earlier, that the 12-pound weight gain is pretty good, because with gestational diabetes, a lot of the times they worry that the baby is going to be really big, like the extra sugar will make the baby grow really big, in which could lead to like preterm labor, or I would need to get a C-section because the baby's too big. So at the doctor's appointment, they did another ultrasound and measure the baby, and she's actually measuring right within a day of her gestational age, but she's in the 21st percentile for height and weight, so she's on the smaller side. So she's not gonna be a big baby at all, but my doctor said he would rather her be a smaller baby than for her to be like a bigger baby because of the diabetes. And then they gave us this. Oh wait, it's upside down. This is just her little profile. She wasn't really feeling like showing us a lot of her face that day. So yeah, that was cool that we got to see her again, because normally, or with Cassian, which is our toddler boy, we only had 2 ultrasounds at the doctor's, because with him, I didn't have any medical issues. I didn't have gestational diabetes at all. So the doctors were all surprised when I got it this time. And then I thought like I didn't have any family history of it, but then I asked my mom. She said like her mom and my uncle have it, so it might run in the family. But I think it's hard to tell if any of my family members in China had gestational diabetes when they were pregnant, because that was a long time ago when they were pregnant, and I don't know if they did those kinds of tests back then, so I'm not sure. But with me having gestational diabetes, I am more likely to have diabetes later on in life as well. So I'm gonna really cut back on my carb intake, watch what I eat, and then just change my lifestyle to be healthier now. I've always wanted to kind of change my lifestyle. I used to like really love food and just eat whatever I wanted, and I knew some of it wasn't that good for me. So this is kind of like a wake-up call, or like the little push I needed. So I'm trying really hard to stay away from rice, which if you know me, you know it's kind of hard. I used to eat it probably every day, if not more than 1 time a day. So yeah, so right now I'm just eating to try to be healthy. It's not very enjoyable to eat anymore. It's so sad, but it's fine, it's fine. I only got 2 more months of like being really strict with it, and then hopefully once the baby is born, my levels will start to go back to normal. So hopefully this is just a gestational diabetes thing, and then it won't be lingering around once she is here. Oh yeah, I just want to say, like, the needle, the syringe that I have to inject myself with, I do it on my belly. I just like pinch like with the fat here, and then just like stick it in there. It's like a subcutaneous injection, and the needle is super tiny. I'll show a picture right here. So it doesn't hurt at all. So that's not bad at all. I'm not complaining about that. And then I freaked out the first time when I tried to stick myself, just because it's kind of freaky to do it yourself. But after the first one, that was fine too, but it still kind of hurts sometimes for that. But the needle, I don't feel at all. Feel the pain at all. I like squeeze my stomach a little bit hard, so it's like I feel more pain from me like squeezing it than the actual shot, so that's not bad. So yeah, so I've already started making a lot of changes. Hopefully this will get everything under control and baby girl will be here safe and sound in just 2 months time, which is crazy. Next week I'm gonna start washing her clothes. I know some people wash their baby clothes as they get them, but I've just been like putting them in a pile, and then I'm going to be washing just the newborn to 3 months clothes and then putting them away, and then as she grows bigger I'll start sorting through the other clothes. I just want to make sure that if she's born early that we have things ready. So next week I'll do her clothes, and I think the week after that I'll start packing my hospital bag. So I'm hoping to get everything situated by the time I'm 35 weeks, because my doctor did say that he didn't think I was gonna go full term. He did think I was gonna have her early. Gestational diabetes can cause preterm labor, and Cassian was born early, so she'll probably be early, but you never know. But other than that, I actually feel great. I don't feel any different than last time when I was pregnant with Cassian. Like, if they didn't do this glucose test, I would have never even known anything was different, anything was up, or that I had gestational diabetes. So I'm glad they did this test. But I feel good. I feel super energetic and motivated to like get things done for the baby. So nothing to worry about there. So I wouldn't worry about anything. I think everything is under control. Lastly, I'm just going to show you guys my belly. Alright, so this is not a pregnancy shirt. It's just a regular shirt. I don't have a lot of pregnancy shirts for summer because I was pregnant last time, which was just last year, but it was like the winter time when I was the most pregnant, so I need to go get more maternity shirts. Anyways, here is the belly. And then I feel like it's a lot smaller than when I was the same weeks pregnant with Cassian. I'll try to insert a picture of me back then with Cassian around 32 weeks. But I asked Will, I showed him a picture, and he said definitely it was bigger with Cassian. You can see this line is forming. And then yeah, my stomach, ignore my belly button. It's just like so scarred from when I had it pierced. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I haven't gotten any new stretch marks. Probably because she's kind of smaller. But like, you can still probably see some of the ones I had from Cassian. Alright, so I think that is all I had to update you guys. I know there's like a lot going on in this video, mostly around my diabetes, but yeah, so everything is going well otherwise. I'm feeling good, and we're very, very excited for July to get here so we can meet baby girl. So thank you if you've watched it this part, and yeah, so if you're new, please subscribe, and then I'll see you guys next time. Bye.